The United States has long accused China of so-called unfair trade practices. This week, U.S. Commerce Secretary reiterated the accusations at her first news conference at the White House.
China's actions are uncompetitive, coercive, underhanded. They've proven they'll do whatever it takes. And so I plan to use all the tools in my toolbox as aggressively as possible to protect American workers and businesses from unfair Chinese practices. We have to level the playing field. No one can outcompete the American worker if the playing field is level.
But she forgets there is no level playing field in the world that would guarantee that the average American worker won't be outcompeted. To ensure no one can outcompete the American worker, then it's not fair trade, it's America First trade. With all due respect to American workers, it's well known that Chinese workers are hard to compete due to their hard work and wisdom. Even if there were no China, manufacturing industries will still transfer their production centers to other areas which have a much lower cost compared to the United States. The China-U.S. trade relationship is mutually beneficial in nature. As U.S. economist Paul Krugman puts it, the very basic of economics is that every sale is also a purchase. There is no compulsory trade. So what exactly does the U.S. mean by unfair trade practices? The argument of forced technology transfer is built on sand. Critics claim that in China, foreign companies must share their intellectual property with their domestic partners to gain access to the Chinese market. But Beijing has gone on the record to say that it has never had such a requirement. Even if the claim had any truth in it, companies that don't want to share their technology can always choose not to invest in China. China's IPR protection is also improving rapidly because it is in the country's own interests as it moves up the global value chain. China should care about IPR protection more than any other country that filed the world's most patents in 2020. Another accusation is China's industrial policies. However, the United States seems to have a wrong understanding of government involvement in the economy. Companies like Xiaomi, that provides products purely for civilian and commercial use, was considered to have military background. It is the U.S. who abused the market rules and used such excuses to counter the increasingly competitiveness of Chinese tech companies. America should stop stigmatizing China's normal trade activities, respect market rules, and genuinely work to level the playing field to treat all companies fairly instead of being a sour loser.